Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm willing to bet you are never gonna guess which exotic animals some of these NBA players own. When you're a rich NBA player with a lot of extra money lying around, buying exotic animals doesn't sound like such a bad idea. And that's why so many players in the league, both past and present, have bought some crazy animals. We're gonna cover those animals in today's video, showing you the best 10 that we've found. At number 10, it's Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo didn't provide us much information regarding his purchase, but I bet none of you actually knew that he owns a pet camel. That's right, he went out one day and decided to grab himself a camel. When everybody asked him why he decided to get a camel instead of literally any other pet, he said, "Everybody's got dogs and cats as pets, I got a camel." Hey, it's hard to argue with that one. Next up is number 9, Anthony Davis. If any of you follow Davis on Instagram, then you might have caught eye of his adorable pet monkey. He's posted about him a couple times, and judging from one of the post captions, Davis has decided to name him Meek. We also found out that his little monkey wears diapers as well to avoid making a mess of the place. Number 8, George Hill. Reports are a little vague when talking about Hill and his exotic pets, but he does own a large 850-acre ranch that we know has a lot of exotic animals. He said that he loves having the place to visit from time to time so that his kids can go out and enjoy the different animals there. He also said the same thing as Anthony when asked why he enjoys it so much, that everybody in the world has dogs and cats, and that his primary interest is just in other animals. Now, apparently the ranch has fallow deer, zebras, kudu, ostriches, and an Arabian oryx, among many others. Number 7, Mikki Moore. Mikki Moore grew up with a love for snakes, and he eventually started quite the collection of snakes, reportedly owning up to 5 of them at one time. He said that he used to own 2 albino Burmese pythons, 2 corn snakes, and a Colombian red-tailed boa constrictor. The snakes were measured as well, and it turns out that Moore had a total of 42 feet worth of snakes in his house at one time. He was also responsible for feeding them too, of course, and that meant he had rats in his house more often than not. Given that, I'm kind of thinking these snakes were probably more of a hassle than he originally anticipated. Next up at number 6 is Gilbert Arenas. Arenas was all over the news when the media caught wind of his massive shark tank that he built in his house. As you would expect, the shark tank had sharks in it. Arenas said that he had to spend $5,000 a month just to keep them all well fed, and he had to dish out an extra $1,500 a month in order to pay for their caretaker when he was away. The shocking part was that Gilbert wasn't really attached to them despite spending all that money. It was reported later that all the sharks died because somebody dropped pennies into the tank. And from what I've seen, it's the copper from the pennies that apparently distresses the sharks a lot. Moving on to number 5, we've got Mike Miller. The Memphis Grizzlies guard forward became popular around the league in a short amount of time, but it wasn't because of his play on the floor, but rather the fact that he kept taking pictures with his Java macaque. This is a type of monkey that he named Sonny, and one that wore a diaper wherever he went. Sadly, the monkey has since passed away at this point, but Miller occasionally talks about the time he got to spend with Sonny along the way. Number 4, Dwight Howard. Howard is another NBA player who's just a massive fan of pretty much all things snakes. When talking to GQ, Howard admitted that he once had 50 snakes in his house at one time. I think he's got Mikki Moore beat there. Dwight said that everybody just gives snakes a bad rep, but they're actually silent and docile creatures. He also said that they have bitten him before too. And hold up, we just noticed that you aren't subscribed to the channel, man. What's up with that? If you want to avoid getting bitten by one of Dwight's pet snakes, then maybe you should smash that subscribe button right now. Anyways, back to the video. When asked if he still had 50 snakes in his house, he said that he only has about 13 now, which is still quite a bit more than you'd expect. Moving on to number 3, let's stick with Dwight Howard. Howard is going to be the only guy to be named twice on this list, but the animals he owns are just too good not to put him on here twice. Outside of the snakes, Howard also said that he owns not one, but multiple giraffes. He said that he always wanted to be a zoologist when he was growing up, so he got super interested in all these crazy animals. Personally, I've never heard of anybody else owning a giraffe in their spare time, and this was just so awesome to hear about. At number 2, it's Kevin Serpaphin. This next NBA player also has a thing for snakes in his house, but the reason he gets so high up on our list is because of the type of snake that he owned. He didn't have just any regular snake. Serpaphin owned a snake that was all black on the top, but had a red or orange underbelly that stretched the entire length of its body. One report even said that the snake managed to escape at one point, and I don't think it was ever able to find it again. And coming in at number 1, it's Shaquille O'Neal. The big diesel had lots of money to blow on exotic animals, so he did just that. A few years ago, Shaq decided to purchase a horse. After that, he wasn't yet satisfied, so he went ahead and got 2 tiger cubs. Since he first bought them, you can see that they've grown substantially, but they're still just as adorable as ever. And that about does it on this video regarding NBA players and their exotic animals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the video we picked out just for you on the left, or YouTube themselves think you'll enjoy the one on the right a little bit more. So the question is, who are you going to trust?